You want to know what your house is worth? Here's the brutal truth. Zillow's not going to cut it. Your neighbor's opinion isn't either, nor is that random flyer you have on your house door. One homeowner thought his house was worth $350,000 till he realized his house was caving in, and the comp said that houses all fixed up in the area were selling for $280,000. Another guy thought his house was worth $500K, but the neighbor across the street with the same layout, same year built, only got $390,000 for their house. I'm going to show you how to calculate your home's value step by step, even if it's outdated, even if it needs major repairs. Step 1. I know you might not want to hear this, but ask a local realtor for a CMA. That's a certified market analysis. This is simply an analysis that's going to tell you what your house is worth. In my opinion, a realtor should do this for free in hopes to earn your business, but they might charge you $50 to $150. If you're genuinely not going to use a realtor and they don't want to accept your money, maybe find a way to get them a gift card to Starbucks just to show appreciation. I'm an advocate of paying somebody even if they do something for free. Like when my friends do something for me, I always find a way to pay them through a gift or a favor, etc. With that said, a realtor is going to put your address into their software and it's going to spit out a number what it thinks your house is worth. Now, what you're paying for with the realtor is they understand the market. Just because the software says this, they know the area and they know what stuff is actually selling for and what people are actually willing to buy it for. Second way to know what your house is worth, 3 local investors. If your house is worth $100,000 before repairs, then an investor should come in around $80,000, $90,000, maybe $105,000. The offer shouldn't be too far off, and you can go with whatever you think is the best offer or the best investor. Sometimes I've seen this happen. An investor will give you the highest offer, lock you up, and then days before closing, they'll try to lower the price. If your house is a fixer-upper, they've probably already started blowing up your phone, calling you, sending postcards. But if that's not the case, one way you can find investors is going through a local realtor or posting your house on Facebook Marketplace, going to a real estate investor group locally to you on Facebook, posting in there, posting on Craigslist. This will all get you investors that are going to call you and give you cash offers for your property. Another way to figure out how much your house is really worth is use public data tools such as Zillow. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. PropStream, Batch Leads, or you can simply Google software to evaluate my house. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to put your address in the software and it's going to show you houses in the area. What you're looking for is similar houses just like yours. For example, 3-bed, 2-bath, same year build, same size garage, same repairs needed or similar repairs, and you want to see what they sold for in a half-a-mile radius in the same subdivision. Okay, so that's the basis of it. Different subdivisions, houses are different, especially in Dallas with all the regentrifying. You can be on one block and all the houses are fixer-uppers, and the next block over are $1 million houses. Hopefully, the houses are all similar in your neighborhood where a professional's expertise comes in, such as an investor or a realtor. Is maybe your house is a 3-bed, 2-bath, but all the other houses around are 3-bed, 1-bath, or a house is 2-bed, 1-bath, but same square feet, but it's built newer, right? Now, when things like that come into play, you need to know how to evaluate that. Or maybe one house has a pool, or maybe one house is a corner lot, or maybe one house is in front of the school. So things like this is where an expert comes in to know what your house is worth. Now, in regards to Zillow, if you don't want to pay for software, put your address in Zillow. Now with Zillow, in my experience, it sometimes is super accurate and it's sometimes super off. But the way to use Zillow to get the most accurate data is put your address in Zillow, and you want to look for houses in a half-mile radius that are similar to yours. Just like the software I showed you, look for houses similar to yours that are in your area. If you want to know what your house is worth all fixed up, even in the software, look for houses in a half-mile radius similar to yours that are all fixed up and see what they sold for. So for example, if houses that are all fixed up sold for $300,000, you know, if you fix up your house, you should be able to get $300,000. But if you see as is houses selling for 150, 175, then that's probably what your house is also going to sell for. Investors and realtors are all going to look at those same comps, and so is the Zillow software and the Propelio, PropStream, and Batch Lead software that I talked about previously. So here's how you determine how much your house needs in repairs. So this is a personal formula I use when I talk to contractors or other investors. This formula seems to work. Okay, so here's what I do. If your house needs regular repairs, what are regular repairs? It just needs updates in the kitchen, the bathrooms, walls, painting, etc. The major stuff like foundation, roof, plumbing, electrical are in good condition or they have normal wear and tear. I usually go by $35 a square foot in repairs. So if your house is 1,500 square feet, you'd multiply that by $35 and that will give you about $50,000 needed in repairs. Now, if one of those major items like roof, foundation, plumbing, electrical need work, then I'll go up to $45 a square foot. So same concept. I'm going to calculate it here. $45 times 1,500. So that would be $67,000 in repairs. Now, if the house is a total gut job, it needs major repairs, I go up to $50 a square foot. So that's 50 times 1,500. So that's going to be $75,000 in repairs. Now, if you're wondering why an investor or realtor wants less for the property than you think it's worth, the reason for it is, remember, an investor is most likely going to have to pay realtor fees, lender costs, closing costs. Those are things you don't see, okay? Yes, you can sell your house for more, but you're gonna have to fix it up yourself. And the last way to know how much you need in repairs is to get 3 contractor bids. Because you're not in the industry, it's gonna cost you more than what it would cost for an investor to fix. The reason why you as an individual will most likely have to pay more to a contractor is because contractors are used to doing volume. So let's say they work with an investor and they're doing 5 to 10 houses a month with that particular investor. They might be willing to charge the investor less because they're getting more work from that investor. But with you, it's a one and done deal. So that's how you know how much your house is worth. You can go to Zillow, you can ask a realtor, you can get 3 bids from an investor. You can find out repairs by using the formula I told you or asking a contractor. Contractors are usually going to do it for free, but if you're just using them simply to get a bid, then I would recommend paying them. A lot of them are probably going to refuse to get paid because they want to get your business, but in my opinion, I think it's the right thing to do. And if they refuse payment, maybe find a way to give them a gift or something. If you'd like a cash offer on your property, hit the link in the bio. We'll give you a cash offer, or we'll give you options and advise you what to do best with your property.